I have absolutely no idea why I get so nervous by looking into a screen. It's ridiculous. G'day everyone, it's Stotty with another vlog. It's been far too long since I've actually made another vlog, and I think I've got around about 27 subscribers now, which is crazy ridiculous for me. Thank you for subscribing, and if you're watching this video now and you like what you see, I don't know why, it's pretty ugly, but go ahead, hit the subscribe button because I'm endeavouring to try and make a lot more of these vlogs. Today is Sunday. It's about 5:26 a.m. in the morning, and it's the 7th of October. And the reason why I'm up so early is not because of the fact that I do get up this early. It's the fact that I've been studying and I've been trying to get assignments done. What type of assignments? Well, university, actually, which is, if you watched the last vlog, you'd know that I was actually applying for university and I succeeded in getting in. Crazy. I think I want to talk about in this one is try and make some sort of sense of purpose of these vlogs. So I want to make a vlog series that moves from one to another, and I'll try and tap onto certain key points that come up within my own life and try and talk about those. And I would really appreciate it if people would get into the comment section and put in their 2 bucks worth. And join the discussion. So I think what I want to talk about in this one is just the whole transition process that I've been going through over the past, since 2012 up until present day. Since 2012, I've been medically discharged from the Australian Defence Force. I had problems with my back, I had problems with my knees, shoulders, there was a few bumps and bruises, big ones, and there was also post-traumatic stress with signs and symptoms of anxiety and depression. Now, you've probably seen one of a lot of earlier vlogs where it was very difficult for me to try and talk. I was trying to build confidence. I thought YouTube would actually help me gain that confidence, but every time I look at a camera, I start to get the old nerves come up. So hopefully in this one I'm doing a hell of a lot better. I think I've gone a long way in processing that. I can talk to people I could talk their bloody ears off face to face, but looking at a camera where there's nobody coming forward, or you can't get any facial expressions or anything like that, that's very difficult, and that's actually part of communication. You really want to see somebody when you're talking to them without actually, having a script or anything like that. That could be easier. I think I could try and do that, but I really want to just speak from the heart because I think that makes a much better video.
Just do it!
And apparently jump cuts is a new. But getting back into the subject, talking about transition. Now, what I've gone through, particularly with going from the military environment being to unemployed and going through a work rehabilitation sort of process, it can be very socially isolating.
And what is your point? Since
2012, now it's 2018, that's almost around about 6 years of being virtually on my own, except for my kids being around visiting and everything else, and seeing them. I haven't had any real adult interaction, so it was a big surprise when I actually was accepted into university for the diploma of counselling, in line with psychology and such. And I can guarantee you the very first day felt a little daunting for me. But, I got used to it. I got used to being around people again, and of course I had to go in for lessons. So what do I have? For my first 3 subjects, because I'm a full-time student now at the Australian College of Applied Psychology, I'm doing preparation for academic study. That's one. The second one is conflict resolution, conflict management. And third is basic counselling skills all over again. Now, with that, orientation and such, you get your book list and whatnot, and I had to go and get those books.
Hi.
Look at this. This is worse than a track.
You want to move some people for you?
No, don't push anybody around. This is college.
Which were, oh God, they were pretty expensive. I can tell you that much, jeez. And I've still got a lot more books to actually get as well. I think one of the major things that is different between military education and high school education and whatnot is that it's more, in those cases, it's more of a vocational level. It can be more team-based, it can be more structured. The teacher is there to teach, and you're there to gain the knowledge and write out your assignments and everything else within a bit more of a structured sort of sequence. With university, higher education, and compared to secondary vocational training, there is an expectation that students work independently, or more independently. You're expected to know how to write assignments, you're expected to know how to write essays and thesis and whatnot. And if you haven't been doing that for quite some time, some of that can be a bit daunting. So that's the reason I like the preparation for academic study, is because that subject is that it teaches you how to learn in a university or academic environment. In fact, I wish they had a subject like that in high school. I believe that would be of great benefit, because then you get to learn how things are structured, how things work within an education environment. You also learn a hell of a lot of skills that are involved with writing assignments, writing essays, writing a thesis and everything else. Teaches you how to reference properly in many different types of referencing styles. And it also teaches you how you should conduct your way of thinking within a university environment. So yeah, that is one of the lessons that I really like. I know there's a lot of things on YouTube these days concerning universities, and a lot of them aren't, I'd have to say, pretty negative. There are a lot of freakouts, and a lot of see a lot of university students just going wacko over certain things. But look, I think really what you need to do with that is just put it into the same box as how you would put in most media. I mean, they're there to show you or get views. Everybody likes to watch somebody freak out on a video and everything else. But you know what? Quite frankly, I've been in this, in the university thing here now for about 2 weeks, coming up to my 3rd week, and there's nothing like that. There's no safe spaces. Or anything like that allocated to people. There's nobody running around doing protesting and everything else. I mean, that might be happening in other universities or other college campuses, but I think you're going to have to realise that the university that I'm going to, the college that I'm going to, pretty much says it all. It's the Australian College of Applied Psychology. You're learning how to help people not freak out. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? So just in reference to safe spaces, there are no safe spaces. And particularly with a subject as daunting as conflict resolution. And in fact, in conflict resolution, in that class, it's encouraged to have some form of conflict happen within the class.
God damn it! Why? Say it! Say it!
To a pretty deep, well, it's a university course, so yeah, it's going to go to that next level of hype. In conjunction with things like safe spaces and conflict resolution, people can get pretty heated in that. But on campus, you always get a debrief after the class. So what happened, what went this way, what went that way, what went right, what went wrong, and everything like that. So it's that class is definitely not a safe space, let me tell you that one. There's been some times where I've felt just but it's good to learn in regards to the fact that I am learning more about myself and about how I can manage my own inner conflicts and about how I can manage myself a lot better when it comes to hearing or seeing things that I may or may not like.
But I was there. I wasn't here in a classroom, hoping I was right, thinking about it. I was up to my knees in rice paddies with guns, and then we're going up against Charlie, slugging it out with him, while pussies like you were back here partying, putting headbands on, doing drugs, listening to the goddamn Beatle albums.
Then moving into basic counselling skills at a degree level, well, you're moving to a next level of basic. So, there's been a little bit of a transition and phasing in and an adjustment to that, but the military does give you a lot of good soft skills like adapting to different environments and moving through those. I'm about to hand in my first few assignments and I'll see how they go. But essentially, look, the world is not as bad as you think, and it's never going to be as good as you hope for. University is not a crazy SJW, freaking feminazi, neo-Nazi, bloody fucker, blah, 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 all over the place sort of area, particularly where I am. I think I've commented it on many different YouTube videos where they do talk about universities and everything else, and I see a lot of people saying, oh, universities suck and they're stupid and why the bloody hell should we bloody well go to them? Well, there's certain people that really do need to go to those. Doctors, nurses, and counsellors and psychologists. I mean, it's just part and parcel of the qualifications that we need in order to have that type of occupation. So, damn, I'm just going to have to suck that up.
Just keep your head down, keep your mouth shut. You should be all right. I'll see you in English.
All right.
So that's basically where I am at the moment. I think I'm going to need a bit more sleep. I have classes on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. So I'm hopefully going to endeavour to get a video out to everybody on maybe Thursdays or Fridays at this particular time. I really want to get this channel going, and I really want to get these vlogs going because I feel if I can talk to a camera where I can see no emotion, where I can see no response from anybody, and I can get that down pat, then that's going to help me when I need to speak to more strangers and everyone else. I don't know really how that's going to unfold because I can speak to people face to face very well. Right now I'm just looking at this tiny little green dot and trying to convey a story and convey what's happening in my life right now to a whole bunch of people that I don't know, and I don't know how you're going to respond to it. So that's going to take some balls, doesn't it? Big fat dinosaur balls. So anyway, that's pretty much where I am And that's pretty much the end of the vlog. If you'd like, you can subscribe. You can hit the like button. That helps, particularly if you hit the subscribe button and you hit notifications to get a video. And of course, I'm just going to finish with just can't be the best copycats in the world, but you can be the best you. And I'm trying to be the best me that I can be. So if I can do that, so can you. And this is Stotty with the vlog. Catch you later.
The original.